Hey everyone, Alice here, and welcome. Here we talk 2D, pretty boys, Otome, and gacha gaming, and anything else that possibly might get me in trouble. I don't think this will get me in trouble. So I've been thinking about what I want the next multi-banner to be. As of right now, things have been a little quiet from Infold, haven't really gotten a lot of official word on what is upcoming. There's a lot of speculation, of course, but nothing official as of now, as of my recording. That could totally change. I could be recording this and then Infold drops what the next big event is going to be. And I'm like, okay, whatever, Infold. So, what I would like is something springtime, something whimsical and fantasy, like alternate universe. I'm like really into Wonderland, like Alice in Wonderland. So that would be like perfect. I'd want the boys to be. There was this game, I don't remember what it's called, but here it will be there. Alice in the Heart was developed by Quinn Rose. I went to go look it up because I'm like, yes, it's gonna bug me. And I think it was originally it was a mobile game. I read bits of the manga. That is what I know it from. I never actually played the game. I would like to see Love and Deep Space do something like this, where it's like Alice in Wonderland, but a little bit different, friend, because I mean, I think it's easy to put the boys in with the characters. Like Xavier would be the White Rabbit because he's obsessed with time, right? He is a man out of time. And then, of course, you have Raphael, Cheshire Cat, very, very playful, very annoying, very tricksy, mischievous. You would have Sylus as like the Queen of Hearts, all that luxury, opulence, control, of course. Xavier, I already talked about him. Zane. Yeah, you could see him as, I guess, like the caterpillar, because he's very like wise and he has all that knowledge. They kind of speak sort of similar. I don't know. And then you've got Caleb. I could see him as like the Mad Hatter or something. Somebody that has a bit of a duality there. Because yeah, the Mad Hatter. Caleb is he's a little off his rocker, isn't he? He's a little like too possessive. I mean, like, I don't know if you've gotten the text messages from Caleb where he's like, "Hey, I added myself to your scale and I noticed that you lost some weight. Are you eating enough?" And like the MC's like, "Huh? What? When did this happen? Why are you on my scale? Like, when did you add yourself?" And he's like, "Oh, I just took the liberty of doing it myself." And I'm like, "Okay, Caleb, you a little freaky." Nah, those seem like the obvious choices. But I really like how Alice in the Heart shakes some things up a little bit. So Peter White, I do know, like, okay, it seems obvious to put Xavier as a bunny because he is like a bunny boy, right? And it seems obvious to put him as the White Rabbit because of time stuff and all of that. But like Peter White, and if I remember, Alice in the Heart, he's kind of an asshole. He's like super obsessed with Alice to like the point that it's like craziness. And I could see Caleb being more like Peter White here. And I think like that would be even more fun to kind of have the boys have visual aesthetics that are a little bit different than usual. Because I mean, there's a lot of Xavier and his like that whatever that floofy attack. He's got his bunny 5-star. You don't need to keep doing it, right? So I think that maybe shaking it up, putting Caleb in like a Peter White type of situation might be interesting. Where would I put Xavier? There is Ace, that sort of Ace character. He is a knight. I think that Xavier could work as somebody who is like a knight to the Queen of Hearts because I don't think like I think they should go off book. I think that they should do their own thing. If it's gonna be like an Alice in Wonderland thing, I think they should do their own thing because it makes it more interesting. I mean, there is a Cheshire Cat character, Boris, and yeah, I mean, I do think that like that fits again with Raphael, but then also it's like he already had his cat thing, but all the boys had their cat thing. And it is purple. It is kind of like his color. I mean, I think that it does fit him to be a Cheshire Cat, but you could put him in something else, like the March Hare maybe. It's a lot of bunnies, but it is springtime, so yeah, maybe you can put him as like in Alice in the Heart. Elliot is like the March Hare. He has a temper. He's weird, if I remember. They're all kind of weird, but like, yeah. I think Silas probably the Hatter, the Mad Hatter, because in Alice in the Heart, the Mad Hatter, it was like a mafia boss, and that's like perfect, right? That's exactly who Silas is. I think that would fit him very well. Someone like Blood Dupree, Zane. I think Zane could work as the clockmaker, Julius, that type of character. Very involved in his work, a little bit grumpy pants. I'm trying to think if there's like anything else for like Raphael than just Cheshire Cat. I mean, you could put him in like the Queen of Hearts. I mean, he is pretty sassy. He could be like, yeah, put him in the queen role. I could see that. But actually, okay, I'm like looking into Alice in the Heart. I didn't even realize it got localized. Like, did it actually get localized? I don't know. Because, okay, I remember that it, not that it got taken down, but I remember when it was on the Google Play Store that it like disappeared. It wasn't available anymore. I could be wrong about that because I thought there was some legal thing going on where it wasn't available in the stores anymore, and the only way for you can get it was to like side load it. I think so, which is unfortunate because the story is really interesting. It's really different from your typical Alice in Wonderland, but it's still in that universe. I really liked it. So if you are able to, you might like it. It's a really fun Otome story. If you don't get the game, I never played the game, but at the very least, like the manga is really good if you're into that. Anyways, that's it. That's it for me. I know it's such a weird. This is so weird. This is what I hope for the multi-banner. Okay, let's just talk a little bit. That's it for me about like speculating on the multi-banner, but let's just talk a little bit about schedules here. Thinking about what would be coming up. So we just had the Zane event. Now, this is what I think is going to happen. Speculative, purely, I don't know anything. This is just from my observations and what I think makes sense and from what we know. So what we know is that Silas, his birthday's in April. We know that is already carved out. He will have a week for his birthday. So between now and his birthday, there are 4 weeks after the Zane event ends. So I think that there will be a multi-banner before Silas's birthday week, because if you have it afterwards, then that's almost 2 months without a multi-banner, and that will be the longest that Infold has not had a multi-banner since they started doing them, from what I can tell. They did have like December where they did not have a multi-banner in 2024. I think that's just because they wanted to line up the multi-banner, the whatever secret rendezvous, with the anniversary in January. So I think they shifted their schedule a little bit to line up with that. I don't think that they're going to really do that this time. I don't think they'll go over a month. So I think that you'll start seeing trailers and stuff probably in the next week for a multi-banner that might be coming out before Silas's birthday. Now, multi-banners are usually 3 weeks long, so what do you have in between? So what I think is there'll probably be a Xavier single banner after the Zane one. Why do I think that? It's not just because like I like Xavier. It's like, let's think about this logically. Raphael just had his birthday event, so it's not going to be a Raphael one. It could be a Caleb one, so I won't rule that out. Xavier or Caleb. It could be. I do think that he probably will have a myth banner soon-ish because when Sylus was released, he also got his myth banner soon-ish. It's not going to be Zane because he just had one. It could be Sylus, but we know that he's gonna have his birthday soon, and he just released his 5-star free one, so it doesn't really make any sense. So it's probably Xavier or Caleb. Also, around this time last year, Infold had a back-to-back Zane, or it was Xavier first and then Zane solo 5-star wish pools. They could be doing something like that. I don't think that you can look at exactly what Infold did last year and apply it to this year just because their multi-banners seem to be 3 weeks long and there's a week before that, like there's 4 weeks from now. So the 1 week, it would make sense to just be like a 1 week limited rate up for one. It's possible they might have a rerun with it, that you might have a new 5-star with a rerun, in which case it's possible it could be like Caleb new 5-star with a Xavier 5-star rerun, one of the ones, just the single ones from like early on last year. It could be that. I know there are rumors about the next rerun being Raphael's God of Tides. That makes no sense to me because the first rerun was Raphael's birthday. So why would the next rerun be also Raphael? That doesn't make sense to me. So I think it would be either Xavier or Zane, or both, maybe, for the next rerun. I also think reruns will probably always coincide with a new banner, like in other gacha games. Reruns always coincide with new banners because they're there to to make you want to get both of them, right? To make you decide and be like, ah, what do I get? What do I get? Um, so yeah, that is my prediction. I also don't think that they'll have the multi banner after Silas's birthday because I'm gonna drop some truth here about marketing. I am not a marketer. I don't work for Infold or even in the industry of gacha or mobile gaming, but I did study marketing in school, and this just makes sense to me. So Infold, the way marketers look at people, they don't look at you as people. It's sad but true. They look at you as a statistic and they will put you in a box. They love putting people in boxes. Like they will stereotype you to all hell and put you in a box. If you only knew what marketers talk about, like you and consumers, like you would be so offended, honestly. So when it comes to what I would say that Infold sees its consumers, because that's what we all are, they're in it to make money. They know that Sylus is probably their most popular boy right now. And they know that Sylus girlies are going to pay for his birthday event. You know it's true. It's true. And they're going to put the multi before because they want you, the consumer, to spend all your resources on the multi, knowing that Sylus is coming out right after and that you'll probably have to pay for that and that you might even accept that, okay, I'm going to spend all my resources here, but I know Sylus' birthday is going to come out, so I'm going to like spend my money on that. Yeah. It's all psychological, right? Now you might be thinking, well, Alice, I'm a Silas girly, and if I know the birthday's coming out, then I'm just gonna save and not pull on the multi. Are you? Are you really not going to pull on the multi? I'm sorry, but Infold is getting really good with their multi banners. They make it very hard not to participate in their multi banners. You know, if you even breathe, If you if you're somebody who is alive and like breathes and is into love and deep space, I think it's very hard not to pull on the multis because they try to make it very appealing for everybody in some way. And they really drive home the FOMO aspect. So you might not want to pull as hard, but I think that they know this and they will put out a multi that is very tempting and very appealing. And it will be difficult for Sylus girlies to not pull. And they know like that you're going to buy his birthday stuff. I know it's not fair. It's not fair liking the popular stuff. See, come over to the Xavier girly side. Xavier girlies unite. You don't have to deal with that shit. I'm joking. I'm joking. We're all in this together. We're all in the gotcha trap of love and deep space together. Don't worry. But I'm just telling you, this is what I see. I'm not an expert. I'm just speculating. But if I was Infold, this is what I would be planning and trying to plan. What comes after Silas's birthday? I don't know, some Caleb stuff probably. Yeah, I don't know. Infold surprises me too. So I mean I can't, it's hard to predict, but that's what I think. All right. I'm going to leave it here. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Helps me out. A small channel. Every little bit counts. So thanks for watching. If you'd like to be notified when I post new videos, whether it's reaction or just yapping or playthroughs, event guides, any of that, hit the notification bell to be notified when those go up. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Good luck with your polls when you do them. Not if, when, right? And I will talk to you later. Bye.